Hey everyone, JJB here, bringing you guys another VGC18 Pokemon Wi-Fi Battle Spot video intro. Yeah. As you can see from the screen, same team as in the last episode. We've got Zapdos, Lando-T, Fini, Mega Kangaskhan, Tyranitar, and Kartana. We swapped in the Tyranitar in the last episode and then didn't use it at all. In fact, I think we used the same team of the Fini, Kangaskhan, Lando-T, and Kartana for every battle in the last episode. If you guys missed that, make sure to go back and check it out. We had 2 battles, and I think, well, spoiler alert, but we split them down the middle. We won against a lower rated opponent and then lost against a higher rated opponent. It's a bit of a shame. As we can see, we're sitting at a rating of 1570 at the moment, and my capture card is still glitching out on that bottom screen, it looks like. So apologies for that. Yeah, as I say, I don't really know how to fix that. I think it might be the cable that I'm using. I'm really hoping it's the cable that I'm using. Because I don't want to buy another, 3DS with a capture card. Especially with, Pokemon moving on to the Switch next year or the end of this year, potentially. So, yeah, we're just going to ride it out. And if it, glitches out a little bit, then I'm sorry, but we're going to roll with it. We've got a win-loss ratio of 18 to 12 at the moment, which I know is not very good. We need to just push the win ratio up a bit. There are a couple of switches I want to make in this team. I do want to swap the Kartana out for a Heatran, but the Heatran that I've got in-game at the moment doesn't have its max IVs in its special defense, or speed. So no, I don't want to use it yet. And I'm thinking about swapping out Calm Mind on Fini for Icy Wind. I can't find it in the opposing trainer. Let's try again. Yeah, I'm thinking about swapping off Calm Mind for Icy Wind just for some speed control, because in the last couple of games we've not brought Zapdos, who's our Tailwind user, and we've got no form of speed control if we do leave Zapdos on the bench. And I'm just thinking that Icy Wind might help. Help with that. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments section, if you've got any thoughts or feedback on that. And hopefully we can find ourselves an opponent pretty quickly. What are we, like 3 minutes in? And nothing's even happened yet. Alright, come on. Alright, we've got that Hoa music. Find ourselves an opponent with a rating of 1502 from New York. And they're packing the Salamence, presumably Megaments, the Amoonguss, the Fini, Heatran, Lando-T, and Weavile. So we see he's got a Fake Out user in the Weavile, and a Priority Ice type on the Weavile as well. So Lando-T is, got to be careful of that. He's got the interesting combination of Amoonguss and the Fini. Obviously, the Amoonguss, people love sporing with Amoonguss. The Fini's terrain is going to block that, so you'd assume he'd pick one or the other. Probably seeing our Fini on the board, he's probably going to go with his Fini and not the Amoonguss, would be my guess. The Megaments is probably carrying Tailwind. But see, to be honest, I still like the Kangaskhan Fini lead. This is an instance where I really feel like the Icy Wind would help, because I feel like he's going to lead with his Megaments. And if he does, what do I want to go with? Tyranitar? Yeah, let's go Tyranitar and let's go Kangaskhan. Let's bring Lando-T and Fini. Let's go with that. I think my DS is about to die. Fortunately, I do have a charger here. So let me just get that plugged in while we see what the leads are. We get a nice big white screen. Excellent. And we see that our opponent is going to be leading with Weavile Salamence, yeah? Alright, we're all plugged in. Right, sorry if there's any noise then. Both shiny. And I think they're both pretty rubbish shinies as well. Obviously we do get intimidated, which sucks. But we do pop our sand. So what are we thinking here? Ice Punch the Salamence is nice and obvious, and I think just fake out the Weavile's going to outspeed, and it's going to fake out someone. Fortunately, both of our mons do have Ice Punch, and either one of them should be able to KO the Salamence on this turn. We don't see a Mega from the Salamence, which says to me he might just be going for the Protect, in which case we've been really outplayed on this turn. We see Fake Out onto the Tyranitar, which is fine. Tailwind from the Salamence. So Kangaskhan here does get to just go for an Ice Punch, which should be enough to carry the Salamence. I'm surprised that the first hit wasn't enough, but we are intimidated. We see the Sandstorm pops, which would break the Weavile Sash potentially. I think that's what I'd run if I was running a Weavile. I have got one ready actually. I've bred one ready to use, but I haven't, got it evolved yet. I've got a Sneasel still, and I've not given it any moves yet, ready for competitive. But I have got one in the back. We see that our mons do get intimidated again by the Landorus, so I'm feeling like we do need to swap out here. We've really got nothing that... Well, both our mons have got really severe reduction on their damage output. So I think it's best for us to just swap out. I'm scared of hitting or taking an Ice-type move from the Weavile on the Landorus. So I'm just trying to work out who I think would be getting the Ice-type move. And I don't think I can really say, so I'm just going to swap both out. So we're going to bring in our Landorus and our Fini. Obviously our Landorus is going to get the Intimidate off on both of our opponent mons, who are both physical attackers. So that's really good for us. We'll reduce their damage output. And Kangaskhan swaps out to Fini, which will get our terrain up. Not that that really matters. It does boost our Fairy type moves. Oh, pardon me, sorry. We see a low kick onto Landorus, which does absolutely nothing. And we see a superpower onto the Fini, which does nothing as well. And that is going to reduce their Landorus's damage output even more as well. So superpower reduces its defense and its attack. So as we can see from the screen there, it's on -2 attack and -1 defense. So the Landorus here really needs to swap out. So I think we just go Rock Slide here, and I'm going to go Calm Mind, because I don't see Fini dying this turn at all. The Landorus goes for Protect. That's fine. That's the same as switching out, and if anything, it's even better. And we dodge the Icicle Crash. That's huge. And because even at Neg 1, I think that would have bodied us. And in return, the Weavile does dodge the Icicle Crash. So, works out fairly neutral there for us. We do sort of win the turn though, because we get the Calm Mind up with Fini. So what I don't want to do is take a Icicle Crash on Landorus, so I'm going to Protect with that. And I think just Muddy Water. He's got the Gastrodon on his side, which... Oh no, not the Gastrodon at all, whoever made that up from. Yeah, we're going to click Muddy Water. It's possible we could bring in the Amoonguss maybe to eat it up, but I think something's going to take some serious damage here. Icicle Crash into the Protect, like we thought. Rock Slide into Landorus, which is also protected, and it does land on the Fini. So I hope we don't get flinched, which we do. Okay, so slightly annoying turn really. So what I think we need to do is swap out Landorus. I'll go out into Kangaskhan, because we saw that the Weavile does have low kick, so that threatens the Tyranitar. I'm not really too fussed about what's it called? The Kangaskhan at the moment. And we can always bring in Landorus again to intimidate both these guys. So you see another Icicle Crash. It's going to do Not much to Kangaskhan really, none, not a lot. And we see a Z move from the Landorus. And while that's happening, I now need to plug in my laptop. So well done me for being prepared. Alright, so we're in. We're plugged in. Are we charging? We are indeed. And we survive the Z move and we get our Berry Pop, which is excellent. Muddy Water comes out. That should KO the Landorus at least. Yeah, KOs the Landorus, brings Weavile down into a range where Fake Out's probably going to kill it. Sandstorm subsides. Not really, doesn't really matter. And we find ourselves in a pretty good spot here. We see Heatran come in from our opponent. Is that shiny Heatran? It is. Is this an all shiny team? Was the Landorus shiny? I didn't notice. So I think we just Fake Out on the Weavile and Muddy Water from Fini. And that should really be enough to wrap up the game. And our opponent just forfeits there because they know they can't do anything. So a pretty comprehensive win again for the first battle of the episode. Yeah, but there was, you know, not really anything I'd have done differently in that game. We were in control all the way through really, and our opponent didn't really threaten us too much. Even though they did get the Tailwind up on that first turn. So yeah, let's get one more battle in for today. Hopefully we can find ourselves an opponent quicker than we did that first time. I've been going with Ho-Oh music recently. I think it's pretty nice, pretty decent. And oh, we're approaching 1600. Hopefully we can get there. And hopefully we can find an opponent as well. And we do. We find ourselves... Same thing happened in Monday's video. We got a low rated opponent in the first game and then a like high 1600 rating for the second. Ultra Lex with the Mega Mawile, Cresselia, Heatran, Zapdos, Landorus and Fini. So straight away you've got to be aware of the Trick Room on the Cresselia to support the Mega Mawile. He's also got the Tailwind option on the Zapdos, which makes it interesting. Potentially two forms of speed control. I like Fini here quite a lot. Apart from the Zapdos, he's not really got anything to hit it super effectively. And I think I quite like the... Landorus is good for the Intimidate. Earthquake for the Heatran. Rock Slide for the Zapdos. Earthquake for the Mawile, so Landorus is looking very nice here. So do we do that, and do we go Landorus and Zapdos as our lead? Gives us a chance to get Tailwind up, potentially if we don't think they're going to go Trick Room. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's bring Kartana in the back. Sacred Sword on the Heatran. Oh, I really don't know. Let's go Kangaskhan from Mega, and let's go Fini. Oh, I nearly ran out of time there. I don't know who not feeling confident. I don't think I've chosen a very good team there. I've gone Fini just because of bulk, really. That was kind of what came down to. I was thinking Kartana, because it can smack the Heatran and the Fini for super effective damage. But in the end I thought the bulk from Fini might be better for us. And our opponent leads with the same lead that we've gone with. So Intimidates all round. So I'm thinking our opponent could potentially go out into their Mawile to intimidate our Landorus again. No, I wasn't paying enough attention to see which Intimidate and Pressure went first. Oh man, it's too busy talking. So I think I'm just going to click Rock Slide and... I think Tailwind. I think if our opponents led Zapdos Landorus, they're not running Trick Room this game. Landorus protects. Zapdos doesn't protect, so we do get a Rock Slide off on it. If we can get Flinch, that'd be really nice. And we get Tailwind. Our opponent Hidden Power Ices. And we survive, oh man. Oh, that's clutch. And we know we're super speedy now. So I think we're going to go Rock Slide and Thunderbolt on Zapdos. It could protect. Has he got another ground type? No. So he could switch in something like the Cresselia or the Morwell to help eat a hit here. Rock Slide and Heat Wave or Thunderbolt. I'm going to go Heat Wave just to try and get some spread damage, especially if he wants to switch. He doesn't want to switch. We could potentially get a burn on their Landorus, that would be nice. So Thunderbolt would have probably been a better option there then. They could have potentially KO'd the Zapdos. Instead we're probably going to bring it into berry range. We do get a burn on the Landorus. Oh man. We do pop the berry on the Zapdos, but I'm running on a high from that burn. That's really going to carry us in good stead. So you see a Rock Slide now, that's going to be doing... does absolutely nothing to Zapdos. It's intimidated and burnt, so that Landorus is, you know, null. And we get a Flinch on the Zapdos as well. Man, that's a really heavily, you know, RNG turn for us. So I think Kangaskhan, we don't really even need to bother with fake outs. We can just go for full-on attacks because we know we're outspeeding. So Ice Punch Lando. Nah, let's Ice Punch Zapdos and Thunderbolt Zapdos. I'm just thinking at this point we can probably just leave their Landorus there if it doesn't want to swap or anything, because its damage output's, you know, negligible now. It's intimidated and it's burnt, so, you know, burning halves their attack, and with the Intimidate it's sitting at 0.75 of its initial attack, I think. So really it's not got any damage output now. So Landorus does swap out, that's fine. And he goes into the Heatran, so what he's hoping for there is that we go for another Heat Wave. Unfortunately for him, we haven't done that, we're just double targeting the Zapdos slot. And with the Tailwind up, we know we're going to be going first, so we should be able to KO that unless it protects, which it doesn't. So T-Bolt goes off. Yeah, it does enough damage that we saw that if we'd have Thunderbolted instead of Heat Waving, we would have KO'd the Zapdos, but we wouldn't have got a burn on the Lando. So we really need Fini for this Heatran, because, you know, Kangaskhan's not carrying any moves that are going to be doing much against it. He does bring in the Landorus for the Intimidate on the Kangaskhan. That's fine with me. How many turns of turn we've got left? We've got one turn? Yeah. So I think we just Ice Punch the Landorus here. It's probably going to protect. He could double protect here just to like the Tailwind, to be honest. What do we his last one's going to be? Probably the Fini. Let's just Ice Punch the Landorus and Thunderbolt the Heatran. So he doesn't protect anything, so the Landorus is going to die this turn. Thunderbolt does a, what, about a third maybe to the Heatran, and we know that Ice Punch is going to kill even though we are intimidated. So Landorus goes down, that burn really saved us there, and we see Heat Wave from our opponent. Doesn't do too much, and we see that it's lefty's Heatran, so presumably running a bit of bulk. Our Tailwind does peter out on this turn, and our opponent goes out into their Tapu Fini. So I think we should still be pretty quick compared to our opponents. So I want to go for a return on the Fini and a Thunderbolt onto the Fini. I want to try and KO that because I know that my Fini in the back can KO their Heatran. So what I'm thinking here is we target down the Fini, get some big damage off on that, and then use our Fini to KO the Heatran if both of our mons go down. So Thunderbolt comes off, that should do just... oh, does a lot more than I thought it would. We see a return come off. Is that enough to kill without popping the berry? Oh, it is. Ooh. Okay, well we cleaned up here then. Heatran can't kill both these guys. Goes for a substitute. It's interesting. I mean, with both of these guys up on the field, we can break that sub on this turn. And as I say, we've got Fini in the back to, you know, do some damage. So we'll just T-Bolt and return. That should break the sub. And yeah, our opponent forfeits there. I think they were banking on the Fini living that turn. And then being able to sort of keep the Heatran behind the sub and clean up from there. I think we played well that game, but that turn with the flinch on the Zapdos and the burn on the Landorus really won it for us. You know, our opponent was just completely hampered from that turn. So really unfortunate for them that the numbers went our way. But to be honest, I'm not gonna complain. I enjoyed it, and it was nice to snag a win against an opponent with what, a rating like 100 higher than me. So that feels good. That feels really good. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe to keep up to date with all my future uploads. And yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the comment section.